the next component of the skeleton is the cartilage. The cartilage is a specialized connective tissue which provides rigidity along with the elasticity. So they are not that hard as bones and they are not soft as soft tissues. So hence it is found in those areas of the body where both rigidity and elasticity are required. It consists of chondrocytes. The cells of the cartilage are called as chondrocytes, which are embedded in gel-like matrix. So we can see here. So chondrocytes are embedded in gel-like matrix. Phylogenetically, the cartilage tissue is the older than bone tissue. Most of the bones in the intrauterine life are formed in cartilage. So in endochondral ossification, we saw first cartilage forms and later the cartilage is replaced by bones. And these cartilages are temporary. So they are called as temporary cartilages. And those that persist throughout the life are called as permanent cartilages. Cartilage enables the development and the growth of long bones. So the bones and cartilages are both together forms a specialized connective tissue. The main difference in bones are mineralized whereas cartilages are non-mineralized. Cartilages are made up of three components: cell, fibers and ground matrix. The cells of the cartilage are chondrogenic cells. Chondrogenic cells are found in the perichondrium. So the outer covering of a cartilage is called as perichondrium. So the cells which are seen here beneath the perichondrium, within the perichondrium are chondrogenic cells, where they undergo mitosis and differentiate into chondroblast. Chondroblast, young cartilage cells occupying the small spaces lacunae and may undergo mitosis. So the chondroblasts are present beneath here. Next to the perichondrium, they are the smaller types of cells which may undergo mitosis. And the mature cartilaginous cells which are present in proper matrix are called as chondrocytes. So these are chondrocytes. So chondrocytes are mature cartilaginous cells which reside in a gap or empty space called as lacunae, and they form isogenous cell clusters surrounded by a matrix called as territorial matrix. So the matrix which is surrounding chondrocytes, lacuna of chondrocytes, is called as territorial matrix. And next about the fibers, the cartilage has two types of fibers, type 1 collagen fibers and type 2 collagen fibers. So the cartilage is mainly of three types based upon the components and the arrangement of chondrocytes. So the three varieties of cartilages are hyaline cartilage, this is hyaline cartilage. The second type is elastic cartilage. And the third variety is white fibrous cartilage. So type 1 collagen fibers are abundant in white fibrous cartilage. So type 1 collagen fibers are present in white fibrocartilage. Type 2 collagen fibers are seen in elastic cartilage, mainly seen in elastic cartilage. So those are the two types of fibers which we see in the cartilage. Next about the ground substance. The ground substance consists of proteoglycans. specifically chondroitin sulfate and keratin sulfate. And glycoproteins like chondronectin and chondrocalcin. They are calcium binding proteins. And water like tissue fluid, which contributes to the 75% hydration of the ground substance, and high degree of hydration is observed in the cartilage. And features of the cartilage is different from the bone because it is avascular and it receives its nutrition by diffusion through ground substance from nearest capillaries. So the neighboring blood vessels provide nutrition to the cartilage by means of diffusion. And cartilage are also devoid of no lymphatics. So it doesn't have any lymphatics. Cartilage contains a thin canals that provide nutrition to the deepest core of cartilaginous mass. And cartilage has no nerve supply. So it has no nerves, hence it is insensitive. So we know there are three types of cartilage: hyaline, elastic, white fibrous cartilage. Hyaline cartilage is abundant during the growth because during endochondral ossification, most of the bones are present by hyaline cartilage, which is replaced by bone. Elastic cartilage, where it is permanent all through, especially in the pinna of the ear, is the elastic cartilage. And white fibrous cartilage is devoid of perichondrium, doesn't have perichondrium, the outer layer. And white fibrous cartilage, example is intervertebral disc. So those are the three types of cartilages. So there are two things which we can learn here is about cartilage graft and cartilage repair. The cartilage graft, the cartilage has low antigenicity due to lack of lymphatics, and isolation of chondrocytes is separate lacunae within the matrix. Hence, homogeneous transplantation of cartilage is possible without rejection. So, cartilaginous graft is an easy process. Cartilage repair, damage to cartilage tissue shows limited repair or regeneration, with defects being slowly filled with the scar tissue instead of cartilage. Thus, the repair of cartilage takes a longer time because it is avascular, because it is not having any blood supply. So, based upon coming to the classification of cartilage, have already mentioned about hyaline, elastic and white fibrous cartilage. First, about the hyaline cartilage. Hyaline cartilage is present in the ends of the bones, covering the articular areas where the bones take part in the formation of joints are called as articular surfaces. So it forms an articular cartilage, and hyaline cartilage is also present in the trachea as tracheal rings. And hyaline cartilage is seen in all growing bones. Initially, the bones are laid in hyaline cartilage which ossifies or replaced by the bony tissues. Elastic cartilage. The second variety is the elastic cartilage. Elastic cartilage is having more elasticity, contains mostly elastic fibers. So epiglottis and pinna of the ear are made of elastic cartilage. And the third type of cartilage is the white fibrous cartilage. Intervertebral discs are made up of white fibrous cartilage. White fibrous cartilage doesn't have perichondrium. So perichondrium is absent in white fibrous cartilage. Even the articular cartilage where the hyaline cartilage is present, that is also devoid of perichondrium. So these are the types of cartilages. So this is basic introduction about the bones as well as the cartilage. So that's how we completed the introduction of skeleton. Thank you.